Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
I do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler. I didn't play that guitar.
Welcome to a very special episode number 14.
It's fucking special. Yeah.
We should do that every time we do a review episode, like a movie review. Holy shit, man. I'm pumped.
Let's go pound some 40s.
Yeah, fucking
throw some axes. I'm sure there's a place like that here in Iowa.
Absolutely there is. There's axe
That's
throwing
a recipe
is
for disaster.
surprising trend.
I'm surprised that nobody's died.
I don't think they can serve alcohol at those places for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of axe throwing, this is no way related to this movie, but we're going to be talking
kind
about
of. I'm sure he had. I'm sure many of the constructs that
Carnage
had were axe-like.
They were blades
That's,
for sure.
You know what? That's
a
a good segue.
thanks, man.
Fuck everybody else who says so. Who says different?
We are going to be talking about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And we're going to completely spoil the movie, but with every review we do, we want to up front give you some spoiler-free thoughts.
Yeah.
If you're still on the fence about seeing the movie, you can listen to that. And then afterwards, we're going to spoil the fuck out of it.
Hey, you know what I wish the, spoiler-free, you know what I wish the subtitle of the movie would have been?
What?
Venom. Let there be someone watching my fucking French toast sticks so they're not stuck in the fryer for 10 minutes and then, oops, we're going to serve them anyway.
I think they were fine, but...
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, we saw
Sausage
this.
was a little spicy,
we saw this movie at a. I'm not gonna name them because you shit on their their French toast stick.
I did. Okay. The bacon was excellent, and the popcorn. Dude, the popcorn was salty as fuck.
I love my popcorn salty.
Did you ask for extra salt?
I asked for butter.
Bitches. Okay. So, it was Flick's Brew House.
What? He just goes for it.
Well, whatever. I generally like that place, and I wasn't. I didn't have a bad time.
Yeah. No.
The food was. The French toast sticks I thought were a little overdone.
I'm honestly kicking myself because I kind of wish I would have got a beer because they do have good beers.
But I'm glad they had some sort of breakfast stuff. I was kind of thinking like, I totally would have gone for their double pepperoni pizza and shared it. You know what I mean? Like, dude.
No, I did like that they had like a brunch thing for the matinees.
That was my first. As soon as we got in, I was like, "That's awesome," because that's what I want.
So yeah, actually, funny story about
Flick's
Flick's Brew House. They closed because of COVID.
Yep.
And then just reopened. I want to say last month.
I don't know.
Somewhere around that time, but yeah, pretty recently. So it's cool that they're back, and I'm glad that we're starting to go to movie theaters again.
Starting to go to the movie.
And I know that there's some people that are still hesitant to go to the movies, and I get that. Yeah. And I respect that, maybe you don't think that it's worth seeing this movie in a theater. I'll be up front. I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie.
Worth it.
But I don't know if it's worth going to a theater for.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I would because I love Venom. So I was going to see it no matter what. So I understand that I'm a little bit different than some other people, but
here's a spoiler-free thought.
I saw Shang-Chi in theaters as well.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was great.
Here's a spoiler-free thought, real quick.
I guess my thing is because I'm vaccinated, I don't feel as hesitant to go to the movies.
Me too.
And I know people that are vaccinated and they have kids and things, and I understand that. I get that.
Totally get it, dude.
And I'm not trying to shame anybody that doesn't go to a theater. I'm just saying.
Fuck you, man.
I'm just saying it's great to go back to a theater because I missed movie theaters the most.
Yeah.
About the pandemic.
There's something about having popcorn, and I do got to say one thing. One part of the movie, one scene in the movie really, really bugged me. Was it's a Sony movie, right?
Yes.
And in the corner, there's a box because he just got a new TV, and it's a Bravia TV, which is a Sony product. And
they've been doing that forever, man.
Right, but then the guy like walks past it, and he's like, "Nice TV," and it's like,
Okay, that was a little bit much.
Why,
Yeah.
why don't you just come out and beat me over the head with a Sony pamphlet? You know, just hey, this is a Sony movie and we make good TVs. And it's like, holy fucking shit.
You know, well, and you also notice that he had a PS4 controller on his the mantle where his TV was. Like, there's a shot where it's panning through his apartment, and you see a PS4 controller.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
So again, he wasn't like playing. Now, if you were playing like a PlayStation game or something on top of it, I'd be like, okay, we get it.
It was subtle enough not to be like, holy shit, that was bad.
Yeah.
But it was not subtle. It really wasn't.
No.
I wanted to turn to you and be like, are you fucking kidding
You know what it
me?
reminds me of? It reminds me of a fucking iRobot. And remember the scene in iRobot?
Yeah.
When he puts on the fucking Converse All-Star shoes, and it's the most blatant product placement because he's like, Converse All-Stars Vintage 2004, and I'm like,
yeah,
Jesus, could you lay it on thick?
Nobody hits you over the head harder than Back to the Future, though, with Pepsi.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You want a Pepsi, you got to order it. You got to pay for
Pepsi,
it, kid.
Yeah, Pepsi free. You got to pay for it. Yeah. So
What the fuck are we talking about?
I love these reviews because they're more loosey-goosey, as they would say.
There ain't no fucking rundown for this one.
There ain't nothing. All right, so spoiler-free thoughts. Tyler, what did you think of this movie?
Well, first, I want to preface this, and I know longtime listeners...
Motherfucker.
What?
Always got to ruin it. No, I'm kidding.
Longtime listeners know that I just recently saw Venom, and we finished it the other day.
Yeah, we watched it together.
Yep, because we knew by then we were going to see it on Sunday. It was kind of a spur of the moment type of thing. And so, first thing is, I enjoyed Venom more than I thought. I liked... I said last week on the episode that I liked Riz Ahmed. I really do like him as an actor. Tom Hardy really killed it. Michelle Williams, really great cast. And that was awesome, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And so this is the nice thing about this movie. I had zero expectations because I was like, well, Venom was, okay. It wasn't the worst thing, but I had zero expectations. And let me say, I was thoroughly entertained. That's what you go to the movies for. You go to suspend your disbelief and be transported somewhere else for a 90-minute, whatever. And I feel like it did that. And look, let me just say, Tom Hardy, and we talked about this off the air, Tom Hardy and Woody Harrelson just chewed the fuck out of every scene.
You could tell they clearly were having fun with it.
Oh, man. Dude, if you like really good acting, like just really good, like two guys at the top of their fucking game, that's enough to see this movie. Seriously. It really is. It's not violent enough to spoil that, because that's kind of the only real thing I would say is that I wish they would have gone for an R and made it violent, because Carnage is supposed to be like brutal. And
yeah,
like
I don't know why they were so stringent on making both the Venom movies PG-13.
in the R movie version. Well, I'll get to that in the spoiler version of the thing. So remind me.
I liked the first Venom a lot because I viewed it as a comedy. After the first time I saw it, I remember leaving and enjoying it, and I was like, it's just when Venom and Carnage are allowed to be silly, it's better, I think, because yes, they look menacing, but they're not that, like, in the comics, they're menacing and they're badasses, but it's also like there's times where Venom is funny. There's times where Carnage can be funny, and there's times when, like, you have to step back and think about it. It's literally these just parasites.
Yeah. Parasite.
Like in the first movie. But I think that it could have benefited from an R rating, but it was still pretty. I feel like it was pretty violent for a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There was plenty of violence. I'm just saying, like, yeah,
not a lot of. It wasn't a lot of blood and guts, is what it was.
No, but there were a couple of instances of head biting,
and you could. It's just like the first movie.
And they were not shy about showing it.
Well, it's just like the first movie, but there wasn't blood or anything when they'd bite the heads off. They'd just bite the heads, and it just seems like they intentionally edited it to make it not an R-rated movie when you could make it a fine R-rated movie.
Honestly, like, I
don't
care enough about the characters to be like, it should have been R.
Yeah,
like, I don't care.
I don't
enough.
care. I just want to see Venom and Carnage on the screen. I don't
and we
care.
did. It was fucking cool.
It
was cool.
I will say this though. I don't think any PG-13. I don't think younger kids would probably like it because there are some really dark moments in the movie.
Yeah.
And scare I will say they made Carnage pretty terrifying for a PG-13. I think they did a good enough job making him scary.
Well,
we'll talk more about him in the spoilers.
So
wrapping it up. Final thoughts. I enjoyed this a lot. I understand I have a little bit of bias with my attachment to Venom. But I had a good time, and I'm not gonna say that this movie wasn't really stupid because it was very dumb.
Yeah, but
and some of the dialogue choices were and that's what I mean.
To that.
It's a B movie. It's a B movie level fucking superhero flick, and I love it for that because that's how I always viewed Venom.
Yeah,
Venom was a cool villain, and I loved him, but also at the same time, I'm used to seeing him as a goof.
Yeah.
And so I'm okay with it.
Final thoughts for me. Not only they did make him terrifying, but Woody Harrelson just killed it. Everybody in this movie was just really good, I thought. We'll get to the rest of it, but final thoughts. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. But again, that's the benefit of going into a movie with zero expectations.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere to go but up. And it was a good up. I'm not saying like it was like, oh, well, thank God I had zero expectations because it was like a 1 out of 5, which is better than nothing.
I prefer a Venom movie that's bad and it's self-aware.
Yeah.
Than
it was very
Venom
self-aware
movie that's bad and super serious.
Andy Serkis did a good job. Yeah, and that's my final thought is just just really a lot better than I thought it was. And again, you can't beat the two guys at the top of their game just chewing the fuck out of the scenery.
And you know what? I love the Fast and Furious movies too. I love movies when they're stupid and ridiculous and over the top. It's it's like you're talking about. I want to be entertained.
Godzilla vs. Kong last summer.
Dumbest fucking movie ever.
Dumbest fucking thing ever. But
I loved it. Exactly.
They beat the shit out of each other. It's exactly what I wanted.
Exactly.
Yes.
So let's get in.
Exactly.
So you've been warned.
We got countdown from 5. We're gonna go 5.
Well, at 12:15 from now on, we are talking spoilers.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. So now it's almost confirmed. Venom's gonna fucking meet Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Holy shit! We
might as well start with.
Let's start with that. That's
all over.
We're in fucking spoiler territory, guys.
Here's the fun thing: is we were actually talking about it a couple days.
I had part of this spoiled for me.
Right, because apparently there were a bunch of fans who were spoiling it for a lot of people online. I stupidly continued to look at Facebook, even though I knew I was going to see it today.
Yeah, it caught me on Twitter. I was just scrolling on Twitter and I saw it.
You actually got caught. I scrolled past like a Cinema Blend or something, and it was like spoiler, cameo at the end, whatever. And it was like, oh shit, because it had a picture of Anti-Venom.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's a really kind of obscure character to spring on audiences. But man, I'm glad that I somehow managed to maintain spoiler free because that blew my fucking mind, dude.
So are we saying
that's fucking awesome?
Here's what I want to know. Because
he's gonna show up in fucking No Way Home now. It's almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed.
Well, and this is more confirming my theory of that No Way Home is. I mean, he is contracted for one more movie after that. So I think what they're going to say is, okay, we're going to make this last Spider-Man movie and then use him in the next Avengers, but he's officially Sony's again. Because they're greedy. They're going to want all of the money. And Sony's honestly making more money out of the deal anyway.
And they're going to be, they are working their Spider-Verse pretty hard. But
that's what I mean.
Whatever happened to fucking Morbius,
here's my question. Here's my question.
Yeah.
On that credit scene, are they implying, because it was the explosion, so are they implying that Peter is showing up in Venom's universe? So that's how Venom meets Peter Parker, is through...
No, I think Venom got transported to the MCU.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Because it was either one of those. I was like, is Spider-Man showing up in his universe or is he showing up in the MCU? But I don't think that he's going to be an MCU character. I think that is only there to bridge the gap between the Sony universe and the MCU. I don't fucking expect Venom in a fucking Avengers movie or something.
No,
like that.
I guarantee
MCU wants nothing to do with Venom.
Here's what's going to happen at the end of No Way Home is And spoiler alert. But here's what's gonna happen at the end of No Way Home is Venom
This is what you're predicting.
Yeah, Venom is gonna convince Peter Parker to go to his universe and help him like deal with crime there and whatnot and the issues and the symbiotes and all that stuff. That's how they're gonna bring him back to Sony and have the Sony Spider-Verse. Then whenever he shows up again in Marvel, because he's guaranteed for one more movie, it'll somehow be like because they've already opened the multiverse, they can just bring him back like through a dimensional hole or some shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking matters.
So
it's fucking comic books.
That's what I'm saying. Is like this is what I love.
What makes you think that you could take somebody from one dimension and take them to another? Once they leave that one dimension, they're stuck in that other dimension. Duh, it's physics.
AKA,
shut up.
Duh, it's licensing and capitalism. Because honestly, that's the only thing that stops these stories from
You're
being
writing
happening.
fiction. The only limitation is your imagination.
Whoa! What are you, the Green Lantern?
Whoa,
Anyway, back
hey.
to Venom.
Whoa.
Thwip. Oh shit! I don't have the soundboard up.
What?
Too late. All right. So
Is it?
yeah.
Is it
so
ever too late?
that's a cool moment. That's awesome. That is saying, okay, Spider-Man is going to run into Tom Hardy's Venom, and that's honestly fucking cool.
That's fucking cool. But let's talk about I'm a real boy and you're an amiibo.
Oh my
let's
gosh!
talk
Some
about
of the
that.
dialogue in this
Holy
movie,
shit.
holy crap! Look, I love this movie, and I said it
It was fun.
out front.
It was fun because of the corny dialogue.
I love it because it's a B movie. It is
Yes.
such a B movie, and if you've read comics. That's Venom. Like any fucking Venom miniseries is like this. It's this weird shit.
Anytime you saw somebody doing like really bad dialogue, you could almost see like they all.
Sorry,
That's okay. You could almost see them winking at the camera.
Yeah, right.
Like this is bad, but I know
Fuck
it.
'em. Then I say fuck 'em. Little mommy, can I get a little something?
Sorry, my phone went off. I was trying to set up the soundboard. I don't even know. That's some Kid Cudi for you.
Wow, fuck them. That's awesome. No, but
yeah.
there was corny dialogue, but they leaned.
Anyway,
They leaned into it so hard.
we're gonna get
and it was
copyright
good.
strike for that little piece of that song. No, I
But it was good.
especially at the end when he said we could get a mask and a cape, and it's like Venom's like looking at the camera, and I'm like, what is the point of this scene? Because the movie ends with two scenes that don't make sense. Because he's like, we got to split up, and then the next scene they're on the beach together, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? So what I love about this movie is they took what we liked about the first movie. Because the first movie was like a weird coming-of-age boy and his symbiote buddy cop movie. And this one's a full-on rom-com. Like, if you view these movies as comedies, you will have such a better time.
Oh yeah,
If you accept that it's absurd and stupid and ridiculous, you will enjoy the fuck out of this movie.
Of course, there's serious moments in the movie.
Sure.
Of course, but
And that's a problem with the movie. It definitely has tonal issues.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I really liked how they kind of were able to. I didn't think about it until they actually broke her out, the Shriek character.
Yeah.
That when she was gonna scream, that's her power. And hey, guess what? Like, it's gonna hurt Carnage. Like, oh wait, yeah, shit. That adds like a layer to their partnership.
Yeah.
Because
I was thinking that, and then I was like, are they gonna address that? I was thinking that as I was watching it, and then immediately the next scene after they did it. But
yeah. I liked her. I liked all the actors in it. Everybody was really good, and the CGI was top notch. I thought.
I thought it was funny that they did the same She-Venom joke from the first movie in the second one. They don't kiss, but
Yeah,
she
it's
does
actually
make the
kinda
joke.
funny. Yeah,
she
she's
does
like-
make the joke of like this is gross, but also kind of awesome or something like that. Because both times she was like, it felt great being that powerful. And I like that they just kind of reuse that joke. But in terms of the things of the movie itself, things that really stuck out to me was I think they leaned, like I said, they made it a rom-com, and they leaned heavily into comedy on this. Where there were a few times when I was like, okay, we don't really need a joke there. Like,
Yeah,
There was
but
times when Cletus was trying to be menacing, and then there was a joke. But then again, I think that's
didn't
what,
it look like Woody Harrelson always looked like he was about to spit?
or cry. That's his face. He makes that weird pouty face every time.
I have to
But I
say
guess
this.
that makes it unique because we've seen this before.
I was watching Cheers as it was being played in the 80s when Woody Harrelson made his popular culture debut, you could say. I saw Natural Born Killers. I've seen like everything he's done. Like I can't tell you how much I enjoy Woody Harrelson as an actor, and almost everything he does, I'll probably check out. True Detective is one of the best fucking limited series. Season 1, so good. Him and Matthew McConaughey. Oh my god, fucking great, man.
Yeah.
But saying that,
How much
like,
weed do you think was smoked on that set?
But dude, he leaned in, right.
With those two?
He leaned into the whole Cletus Cassidy thing, and he was really good at it.
Yeah.
The only thing I found
you can tell
jarring,
he was having fun just munching.
the thing
on
I
it.
found jarring was at the beginning when they had like a young Cletus, and he was basically
Why did they
mouthing-
dub him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
just
I
get
didn't
somebody
like
who
that.
kind of sounds like him.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah. That's really one of the few few issues I had with the movie. Was that one, like, and it started off like that, but
Well,
yeah,
and
and I'm
that's-
sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? Where is this going? Like, what the fuck?
Well, that's the thing with this movie too.
Mm.
Is I think they really took time to build up Cletus because I don't think you see Eddie till like 10 minutes into the movie.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
there's the prologue sequence, and then him like catching everything up with him, connecting the dots and having Eddie come in and do the interviews. And honestly, I liked that angle of the story too. I like the fact that Eddie was going to be interviewing him, and it made a lot of sense because everybody.
It's a pretty
everybody's-
well-written story. There's not a lot of holes. I mean, it generally makes sense. You're not listen, you're not going to be like, well, there was just some threads that didn't go anywhere.
Well, in the comics, they're cellmates, and
Right,
Venom
right.
asexually produces. And so I don't mind them telling a different story where he's doing the interviews, and it's
No.
because he attacks him that he gets the Venom symbiote in him. Like
the way that they did it was fine. I felt like the way they did it was fine in all respects. I felt like they respected both characters. Again, I can't have a bond to this Venom because he's not. There's not a lot of proprietary things that I have about fictional characters. I am a firm believer that yes, you can have a black Santa Claus. No, I don't think you should have a white Jesus, but he's out there. I'm just saying, like, fictional characters. Like,
you don't care if there's a black fucking Human Torch. You don't care.
No, don't have a problem with a female James Bond. Nope, don't have a problem with it. I really, really don't.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I would have a problem with a biopic about Harriet Tubman with a white chick playing her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh boy.
well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
there's certain lines that
Sure.
yes should not be crossed.
I'm just saying, don't please do not compare the Harriet Tubman thing to Venom.
I'm not.
Because I thought
No,
that's
I'm
the
not.
line
No,
you were
no,
going.
no,
I'm like,
no,
whoa,
no,
buddy.
No. No, I
You just have a different attachment because you
Right.
grew up with the Venom that was connected to Spider-Man.
right. Yeah,
And that's how I knew him too.
and that's the proprietary
That's
kind of
been
thing
his
I
whole
have
origin,
about him.
yeah.
And so, but the way, having seen both movies, the way that every single fucking MCU movie or superhero movie takes liberties. They have
I mean,
to.
shit, the Captain America Civil War is no way near the Civil War in the comics because you
But
couldn't do that
But
movie.
it makes sense in the context
In
of
the-
the
yeah, yeah.
MCU, which is why
Yeah.
it's cool. Venom, Let There Be Carnage makes sense in the context of Venom, the first one.
the Sony Venom, yeah.
Makes sense. So good. And then it totally actually makes sense at the end when it, like, oh, now he's in the MCU. That makes sense to me. Okay, I really have no problems with the movie. And even that not having Spider-Man and whatnot, I still liked it. It's still
It does.
it's a fun movie.
It does manage to, and just like the first movie, it
Mm.
does find a way to work without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with
the way they told his story and everything. You don't need Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He is from space. There's a lot more like him. I mean,
they keep all the symbiote
right?
stuff,
Yeah. So okay,
they still own all that.
Okay, Tyler. So they didn't have the Secret Wars miniseries and the movies yet, and so they didn't get Spider-Man with the costume.
Yeah.
Shut up, Tyler. Just shut up. You know,
just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And there's some like
as I've gotten older, I've been able to do that more.
Yeah, me too. And I've started to accept the fact that like certain things only work on a page.
Mhm.
Certain things work better on a screen. Like there's just things that you're gonna have, and it would honestly, you would be fucking bored if the comic book that you read is the same exact thing on a screen, because you want to see something new. You know, you want to see some sort of adaptation.
Except for the end, Watchmen is almost a panel for panel remake.
Yeah.
Except for the big twist at the end.
Which I don't mind the ending. I like the ending.
The end in the movie makes sense for the movie. Okay, fine. That was cool, but it was kind of like all I'm really doing is watching like panels move, kind of.
Yeah.
And that kind of took it away from me a little.
Is that why you like the show more, because it was like a different it was a continuation?
The show was basically original. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it based itself off of both the book and the movie, which I thought. Did you ever see Dr. Sleep?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so sorry, quick tangent. In the original book, The Shining, the Overlook Hotel is destroyed.
Yeah.
And in Dr. Sleep, I'm not sure. I think
Stephen King wrote the book too. So.
Yeah, he wrote both books.
I mean, I just want to make it clear.
Dr.
Some people
Sleep
might think
is a continuation of that story with Daniel being older. With Dan, he's Dan now.
Yeah, the boy.
Yeah, and it's a great movie. Fucking Rebecca Ferguson and Ewan McGregor fucking kill it. So it's a great movie. But in the movie, they go to the Overlook Hotel. In the book, it's the wreckage of the hotel. In the movie, it's the actual hotel, because in the movies, the Overlook is still there, if that makes sense.
Huh.
Stephen King gave his blessing to be like, hey, you're going to have to kind of mix this to make the movie make sense in terms of the book.
Yeah.
Because they have to go back to the hotel. And even though in the book universe it's been destroyed, movie audiences will expect it to be there.
Yeah.
And so forth. So you got to take liberties. And honestly, here's another thing that helps is like, I never thought I would find myself being excited about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, I fucking hate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I fucking hate them. They were in our division when we were the NFC Central, which made no goddamn sense, and we always split with them, and I hate them. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. But I somehow kind of dig them because Jake's a fan. There's a couple of movies that when I was younger that I would have never thought to watch that my brother introduced me to. And because
are you saying that you like Venom more because of me?
I think, yeah, and there's other things that I like more, like because of my brother. If you care about somebody and you have like a good relationship with somebody, then you're going to care more about those things. And Venom is one of those. Like, you happen to have it on Blu-ray, and I told myself I wouldn't watch it without paying for it or having to pay for it, which was great, and it worked. And then we watched it, the rest of it or whatever. And then, and I'll get you back for the movie theater, by the way. That's on record.
I don't. Yeah. It's recorded. So you
recorded, motherfucker.
Proof you need to pay me, bitch.
But it was kind of a happenstance that you loaned me the movie. Then the movie came out Friday?
Yeah, we saw it. We were recording this on Sunday. We just saw it.
So it was a real quick a seed of an idea to let's actually do this.
Yeah.
So and honestly, like I was saying too, like as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot better about being able to ride with it, whatever it is. May not be my cup of tea, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna ride with it. And you know what? You generally end up having fun if you don't just sit around going, "This sucks," which is how I spent most of my 30s.
This movie is I get that people won't like it. I understand that. It's not a good movie. I'll admit it.
It's not a bad movie either, though.
No, that's the thing. It's not terrible. It's not.
It's just right.
It is, and look, they knew what they were doing.
Goldilocks.
This movie is 97 minutes. This is a quick fucking watch.
Not quite quick enough for us to set our fucking fantasy football lineups, asshole circus. Who did a great job, by the way, otherwise.
Sure. Whatever. Yeah, please don't get mad at us, Andy Serkis.
Oh, hell no.
which is so weird.
if you do,
I can't believe he directed this. This is such a weird.
If you do get mad at us, honestly, you have to come to Iowa and tell us in person
on the show.
Yeah, and you have to come done up in makeup like Ulysses Claw, because that was fucking great. Don't hurt me no more.
Any Hoosiers. Back to the movie. What I really liked in this is the relationship with Eddie and Venom. I did. My dog's twitching over there in his dreams. I do think at times it did kind of play it up a little bit too much. But then again, it goes back to this movie is not trying to take itself seriously. It's trying to be goofy.
He was really, and I was really surprised when we got to the end, and it showed that Tom Hardy helped write the story. So you can tell he's invested in this character like Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool.
Well, yeah, and he produced the first
So I
movie.
can respect that. And here's the other thing, too. He's really good at it.
Yeah, he's great in this movie.
Fucking
I think the reason these movies work is because of Tom Hardy.
Because he throws himself into it.
Yes, and he's committed. And if Tom Hardy isn't as fucking over the top and committed to this character,
same thing as Woody Harrelson.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
because then it's it's like we were saying, it's a movie that's bad and takes itself too seriously. When a movie is bad and knows it's bad and has fun with that, it's better. And this is what this movie does. At no point is this movie trying to be like fucking higher art. They're like, this is. You know what fucking Venom and Carnage were? They were 90s trash. They were 90s fucking...
Venom is an actually really good idea.
No, they're good characters, but what I'm saying is like it's that
stupid.
90s like trashy extreme like
let's put our hats on backwards and grow some long hair and ride our skateboards through the park.
It's like we're reading comic books, fucking radical.
We're gonna drink some Mountain Dew and fucking hike.
That's what I mean, right?
We're gonna go hiking, motherfucker.
So you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, I grew up in that.
Exactly, you grew up reading these books, so that's why I'm okay with this movie being what it is.
Spiky shoulder pads and lots of pockets, and nobody could draw feet.
Venom's cool and all, but Carnage is made from fucking blood, dude.
Yeah, man.
And he's red.
He's extreme.
I like that they reference. Oh shit, it's a red one.
Which totally led to a little crossover event called Extreme Carnage.
Maximum Carnage, Absolute Carnage.
Yeah, just take like a word that means like everything and then put it before Carnage.
Kind of Carnage. We did this joke already.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, last episode. Kind of Carnage.
Dateline Carnage.
Dateline Carnage.
No, you know, like the old newsreels. Yeah.
Anyway, back to this movie. But that's why I like.
So you say you want a little carnage.
That's why I like this movie being campy and cheesy and ridiculous, because that's what those 90s comic books were like.
Yeah. It's not Batman 60s TV show campy. It's
not even Batman and Robin campy. Like it's still a very violent, aggressive movie.
It knows. There's very few movies that know what they are.
And this movie does, for sure.
And that makes a good movie to me. Now, no, I didn't leave the movie a changed well,
no, there were times, and look,
listen, that MCU reveal was pretty fucking rad, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of did. I guess I could say I left the movie changed. Fuck you, Venom.
This guy, and he licks the screen.
That was weird.
What is this? I love it.
But you can't beat.
But being the Venom that it is, it has to undercut it by having the dude being like, "What are you doing in my room?" and Tom Hardy just going,
yeah, that's it.
But this movie, like, it totally gets what it wants.
Is there a second post-credit scene, you think?
No, it was just that one. But it was such a fun movie to watch and just be like, it isn't. And what was so refreshing about the first movie is the same about this movie, but it's probably going to change because now he's going to be interacting with Tom Holland, Spider-Man. But I love how simple these movies are. There's no overarching narrative they're trying to do. No universe is trying to do. It's just telling
there really
these two
wasn't.
stories.
Yeah, it was really like, hey, look, and the pacing was pretty good. It was just like, look, here's Cletus. Introduce. Here's what he's fighting for. There's that, and then that, and then that. Okay, now here's Eddie Brock's connection. Okay, cool. Now here's the opening title. Okay, now here's how Eddie gets involved with that.
It's constantly moving.
Yeah, I mean, there really wasn't any part of the movie that I was like, okay, get on with it.
And that's what I'm saying about the movie knowing what it is, and that's just the movie saying, "Hey,
really did.
We're just gonna we know you don't care about this shit. Let's move it along."
And I'm not saying the writing was bad at all. It was a good.
Andy Serkis himself said he wanted the movie to be lean and aggressive.
Yeah.
And not bogged down by exposition.
He probably learned some of what not to do from Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably learned a lot about what to do from Ryan Coogler on Black Panther.
Yeah. Because Black
that
Panther
movie
is a
was
very
fucking-
well-paced movie.
Yes.
Yeah. And I would agree with you too. Well, I don't know. I think Age of Ultron paces pretty well, but regardless, this movie is something again that gets in and gets out, and it gives you like it. I think that we could have probably seen Venom fight Carnage a little bit sooner in the movie. I mean, I'll be honest. Look, I get the idea and the sentiment behind the rave sequence, but it's so unnecessary in this movie. So let's get into it. We're spoilers. So there's a break.
What do you mean? Let's get into the spoilers. We've been spoiling.
No, I said we are in
Oh.
spoilers. Let's get into what's happening. So the setup is Eddie visits Carnage.
Yeah.
After he exposes all the bodies that Cletus had hidden, Venom helps him figure out.
Are we gonna actually go through the whole plot of the movie?
No. I just want to explain this scene.
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha.
And so this is the scene in the trailer where Eddie shows up one last time as Cletus is being executed. This is where they get into a fight because Cletus keeps talking shit, and Eddie's like trying to stay calm and be cool, and Venom is pissed. So he like throws Eddie into the cage and like grabs at Cletus with the Venom stuff, and then Cletus bites him. It's this thing in the trailer. Then that's how we set up the whole Carnage thing. And after this is when they start to fight because Eddie's like, "You fucked it all up." That was he could have gotten. We could have gotten more confessions. We could have had a little bit of closure for these people, and you couldn't control yourself. They have this big fight, and the funny part about that fight is when he breaks his nose and goes, "Let me fix it, so I can break it again."
Yeah, and then he just like beats. It's a really funny scene actually, but.
Yeah, because he's fighting himself. Like him and Venom are fighting each other.
They eventually decide to part ways. Eddie Brock does like some alarm of some sort. So
he's up on the ceiling.
Yeah,
he hits this fire alarm to get the symbiote off of him.
Yeah, and he leaves, and it's kind of brutal because like when he first shows up to the rave, he's already killed one person because he can only.
He goes, "Another one bites the dust."
As we learned from the first movie, he can only bond.
Eddie's the only one that he really can stay.
Well, he can bond with certain people, but
he eventually will kill them.
Right.
That's what they showed in the first movie.
And so it was kind of like, oh my god, like he's.
It is kind of morbid a little bit.
But like when he showed up to Mrs. Chen's too. Yeah. That's another dude dying. I'm glad Mrs. Chen didn't die.
I'm glad they bonded for some reason. He's only bonded with like 3 people. It's Annie, Mrs. Chen, and Eddie, and a dog. But anyway, so he shows, but he shows up to the rave after this whole fight, and he says, "I'm out of the Eddie closet," and I was like, "Okay, what are we doing with this?" And then he does this. He walks up to the stage and does this whole speech about you should be who you want, and we should all be together, and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's such a weird sequence.
Yeah,
because I'm like.
By the way, he's also draped in glow sticks at this point.
Yeah. And despite the logic that the loud music would probably fuck him up, but okay.
I get right. It's not.
It's got to be like Sonic sound. I don't know.
We're trying to dig too.
We're
deep
trying to
into
make
the movie.
logic. I'm just saying, like that is one scene.
That's when it ruins it.
That is one scene in the movie I wish they would have cut out and put a different scene in. Not because. I mean, I get why they were doing like the message behind it, but it's just like at the same time, it's like this movie's only 97 minutes. Like we're gonna cut out this much time and dedicate it to a silly rave joke. But I did find it funny because it was a good thing. But there's some lines of dialogue in this movie, and one of them is when they're fighting before they split up. Eddie's on his bike. He finds out that Annie's getting engaged. So he's driving his motorcycle head on into a car, and Venom is like, stop, don't do this. And he's like, what does it matter? I have no consequences. I break bones, you heal them. I hurt myself, I'm healed. So what does it matter? And he's like, then Venom takes over his arm and swerves him out of the way. Which is what kills me about this movie. This is a good sequence. It's an emotional scene. Eddie's trying to like hurt himself because he's so sick of Venom being there to like heal him all the time or whatever. Like a good emotional rift, and it gets ruined because they have a fight and Venom is like trying to help him, and he goes, you wouldn't understand because I'm a real boy and you're an amoeba. So but he's like,
hang on,
what
hang
is
on.
this movie?
When he says it though, like, what were some? There were some more lines of dialogue towards the end of the movie that we both were like, you got to be fucking shitting
Oh
me.
well, there's a part where there's this where Shriek and Carnage met was at this place called St. Estes, and it was like a school for gifted people or whatever. And they burn it down. They drive away, and as they're driving away, Woody Harrelson, as the scene is transitioning, goes, "Who says romance is dead?"
Yeah. And the warden tastes like ham.
Yeah, he was singing that one song. We do need to talk more about Carnage's sequence. Like, his intro sequence was pretty cool.
It was brutal.
Because when he's getting the injections, he takes over.
Basically,
and I loved his design of like how Venom is more like sleek. Like and same in the comics, Venom is more smoothed out, sleek, and in this,
Carnage
he's spiky
is like
and
Kylo Ren's lightsaber compared to like all other lightsabers are Venom.
Yeah, and it's like this weird spiky substance, and like when it's growing out of his body in that execution scene, I was like, oh, this is fucking weird.
Because it's all these little tiny spikes growing out of his like chest, and it was pretty fucking cool. And then of course he just fucking kills everybody.
Well, and I love the fact that when he's ripping through the whole thing, like when you first see Carnage, he looks like Carnage. And, like they fucking nailed how Carnage looks in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Say what you will about everything else, Venom and Carnage look really good.
Yeah.
And when he fucking there's a move when he does the fucking Marvel vs. Capcom Cyclone move, like when he spins it up and looks like the video game, I was like, this is fucking cool. Like, it's so dumb, but it's also like, I love this because it was in the fucking video games. And then it immediately goes into the, hey Warden, any last words? And his like face, it was like this. It was just like, this movie has so many cool moments, and then it immediately goes like,
here's the thing.
Remember, it's a comedy.
Up until that, so Woody Harrelson does the scene where Carnage comes out.
We've seen him twice.
Hang on. Sorry. But I'm gonna. Okay, so he does that scene, and then he goes off to his trailer, and the director's Circus is like, all right, so let's film all this stuff for the CGI guys to add in shit. And Woody Harrelson's just, and that's what I'm thinking during this whole sequence is like, man, Woody Harrelson, this is a pretty good gig. He doesn't have to say anything, or he's just a little. But then when they're in the whirlwind and his face comes out, I'm like, oh, he's doing some more work. All right, cool. I honestly at that moment I was like, man, he shows up for like maybe 10 days of actual shooting, and then the rest of it is just CGI. Yeah. Like, anyway. I don't like when they fucking reveal their faces. It bugs me.
I don't like it either.
I fucking hate that shit. Stop it. Either have their... I don't know. I don't know how else you do it. Maybe have... whatever.
Yeah,
it's comics accurate, so I can't complain.
Like the ending scene
stupid.
with Tom Hardy, it just doesn't look right.
It really doesn't.
What they should do is just take it off and just show their whole face.
Like at the end of the first
one.
Like,
why couldn't they just...
we are Venom.
Like, why couldn't they just pull it off and just have it at his neck like they do in the comics? Like, I don't know why they can't...
Yeah, right?
Just do that. Because it would have worked just fine for me. Because then it could have still had the moment. And, like, yeah, whatever. But, like, his intro scene was awesome. And, like, this is what gets me. Is, like, the scenes with him in it by himself... It's a little bit creepier, scarier tone, but then when you flip it over to Eddie and Venom, it's a rom-com. It's almost like they're not in the same movie at some points. But
which is kind of adds to it. I got to be honest. It it was a nice palate cleanser. I mean,
No, and that's the thing. I loved Eddie and Venom.
I think the reason why the
that's
movie
the best
was,
thing about the
was
first
so
one.
good is that you have these you start the movie with this really dark fucking story, and then you intercut every dark shit or every dark sequence
with Venom making
with
breakfast.
like a Venom, with like a funny or kind of whatever awkward Venom scene or whatever. And that worked for it. And the end was both violent and awkward and funny and serious and creepy.
Well, okay, so and there's some.
It was
like,
a good final
like-
ending sequence.
like the ending of this is great, but
I loved when the fucking bell in the church started clanging. I was like, the comics,
well, yeah, and that
because that's how Peter Parker originally gets rid
Yeah.
of Venom. Is the
and the fact that it like makes them. It was a way to get them to interact without the symbiote.
That
it was a
also-
clever way to do that in the movie.
and I liked how they did it too, because like they were talking and about to fight, and then their symbiotes came back.
Yeah.
And they fell, and then the fucking bell rang again, and when they landed, like they were normal again. Like it was cool how they changed back and forth like during that part of the sequence.
Surprising, surprising. I'm going to blow out the mic there. Surprising plot twist in this was the Detective Mulligan.
Yeah, who is he supposed to be?
I don't know what that reveal was at the end of the movie, to be honest with you. But his character takes an interesting turn, because in the prologue of the movie where Shriek gets taken away from Cletus,
I am looking it up.
she gets shot, and she gets shot in the eye, and gets taken to the hospital, and she gets taken to Ravencroft. Now Mulligan thinks that and what's cool later in this story is Eddie brings her up, and he goes, "That's impossible. She can't be alive. I killed her." And then we see the flashback that it was him, Mulligan, that was the one who shot her in the eye. And I thought that was actually a surprising twist. When I was like, "Oh, okay, that was an interesting twist." Oh, so he's Toxin. That would be the reveal. That's the implication.
Apparently, yeah.
Wait a minute. How?
I don't know.
Did some of Carnage get on him?
Backstory. Born from Carnage as the 1,000th symbiote in its lineage, Toxin was feared to be the strongest and most dangerous of their race by both Carnage and Venom besides Null.
Well, I knew there was I knew that Toxin and Venom and Carnage all fought
Shortly
each other.
after being born, the symbiote united with police officer Pat Mulligan.
Well, there you go. So that's implication that he's Toxin. And again, I want to say this again. I love the fact that Venom has his own shit. I love the fact that we're doing the symbiote stuff as its own thing, because it does, like, the symbiote stuff honestly feels like its own little piece of the Marvel universe. I feel like it's just like a little, because there's been so many fucking Venom miniseries. There's been Carnage miniseries. There's so much. Like,
it's not quite the same thing, but you could almost look at it as like, okay,
but there's so many symbiotes that Venom fights.
You got the Superman, the original Superman movies from the 70s. And then the Batman movies in the 80s with Keaton, okay? Now, they're both probably in the same universe, but they don't need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's okay that they don't mention each other,
Yeah.
And honestly, that's why Venom works with the MCU, is because, again, like, they don't need to, like, they could, but they don't need to necessarily. Which, again, the way they wrote his origin works without Spider-Man. But again, the fucking final reveal is fucking kick ass, and I really hope at some point we see the fucking white spider on his fucking chest.
What was the line that he said, "You bet your ass"?
I don't remember. There was a lot of stupid dialogue. Bet your ass.
You bet your ass. Will they be this? Will it be something about melons? I thought he said something. I don't know. It was right before the final fight.
There was a lot.
So let's talk about the final fight in the cathedral. Cletus is getting married.
A lot of CGI.
Getting married to Shriek, and
It's weird.
they have Annie held hostage. They have Detective Mulligan as a gift,
Yeah.
and then Eddie shows up with Venom, and it's like,
Who is that actress that played Shriek? I feel like I've seen her before.
I have no idea. You'd have to look her
I'm
up.
looking her up right now.
But Venom shows up when he, of course, in the typical movie fashion, which I love, and it's like, if you eject, speak now or forever hold your peace. Venom breaks in. Where is she? And then there's like the whole fight sequence, and it's a scene in the trailer. where he turns into Carnage and he's like, "Oh shit, it's a red one!" Like the whole freaking thing.
Yeah, no, I'm running away. Like, what?
This was way worse than I expected. We should just leave. I'm going out the door. I'm done. But then he fucking Carnage goes, "Now I have to kill you, father." And of course there's a
yeah.
Of course he's a priest. And he's like, "What?" He goes, "Not you, father, you, father." And I'm like, this.
Come on now.
I look again, that was another moment where you and I looked at each other like, what the fuck is this? And you know what? You and I both giggled because I was like, this fucking movie. Because I like at this point I don't even give a shit. I'm in. I love it. Again, it is a B movie. I view it as a comedy. I view it as a silly thing, and I'm not looking at it as like this is gonna be fucking comics accurate Venom and Carnage shit. Like I don't care about that. Dude, it's not
no. Actually, okay, the girl who played Shriek is the new James Bond, Naomi Harris.
Oh, really?
That's where I recognize her from. I knew cuz she a lot of actors, as our audience knows, a lot of actors are considered kind of character actors. They can really blend into their characters, and you kind of, it helps suspend your disbelief because you don't, like every movie that George Clooney and Brad Pitt is in, like you're like, oh, that's George Clooney and Brad Pitt. You kind of can't help it.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of makeup, look, Johnny Depp in that mob movie, it's still Johnny Depp, dude. And it looks weird that you have no hair. It's just weird. The point is that they used some really good makeup and stuff to just kind of make her look different enough that I couldn't. There was a familiarity about her because I've seen all the newer Bond movies, and I know that she's very attractive. But I was like, the whole movie, I'm like, I know her from somewhere, and no, I just looked it up on Wikipedia. She's going to be the new James Bond. She plays the Moneypenny character.
Yeah. Also, another thing that I love about this movie, and I loved about the first movie, he doesn't get back together with Anne. Eddie, there's still that love there, but they never get back together. And I'm okay with that because it's too cliche for them to get back together. And honestly, they shouldn't get back together because it's all his fault.
Move on, Eddie.
Well, but
speaking of moving on, I'm out of here.
What?
It scared me a little bit.
So anyway, I like that. I do love the part where Mrs. Chen is bonded with Venom, and she's like saying like how it was all Annie's fault.
She called Dan a pussy. And
Annie was like, I don't have enough time to tell you how off base that is, which is true because we saw the first movie. It was all Eddie's fault. What a fucking moron! Why would you?
But I really liked how she was like, I'm going to come on to Venom. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And Dan's
big,
like,
sexy
I'm right here.
Symbiote.
I'm right here.
Yeah. Shut up, Dan. Nobody likes you, Dan.
Yeah.
And then at the end when he goes, Dan, you have a good time too. Like he apologizes to Dan, but he goes like, oh, honestly, I think he was really a hindrance instead of a help. Again, this movie is dumb.
Dan does have a heroic moment.
What?
I wouldn't take on Carnage, but motherfucker's got a can of gas.
That dude, that sequence when he was that was funny when he's like, fire, that's all I got. And then, oh shit, as soon as he started to realize I should probably run, it's like, please don't kill Dan. Of course, Venom saves Dan because Venom's a good guy. And, it's good job.
Blah, blah, blah.
Whatever. Anyway.
What?
God damn it.
Why is it so good?
Because it's the song behind it.
This isn't a glee club.
Fucking A.
Yeah, all right. So, any other spoilers you want to talk about as we wrap this up? I think we covered pretty much everything.
Honestly, the biggest spoiler has apparently been spoiled online by a lot of people, but to me, that's the biggest one to me. There's nothing else about the movie that I was surprised by other than that. Everything else was, I mean, again, despite the fact that I said I had zero expectations, obviously I had some, and it did not disappoint. In fact, it exceeded my expectations.
It's a silly, dumb, fun movie. Like, and
you remember Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Yeah,
that's a really stupid movie. It's really stupid, right?
Yeah,
it's really dumb. But I remember seeing it in the theater that summer, and I remember thinking to myself, I just want to remember what it was like when I was a kid and an Indiana Jones movie was out, and we went and saw it in the theater. And it took me out of my sad little life for 2 hours.
Yeah.
This did that.
Oh, really?
That's all I really ask of movies. Either change me or take me out of my shitty little
Just
existence.
entertain me for 2 hours.
Yeah. And it totally fucking did, man. I love the two actors. I mean, you can't.
You're just an amoeba.
You're just an amoeba. Yeah, that was just weird.
I need to get that. And make that needs to be a fucking drop. You're just an amoeba.
I liked how they all both of them are just like, look.
Well,
man.
and then when he meets Cletus and Venom keeps talking, he goes, "Shut up!" And then the fucking front desk lady's like, "Excuse me," and he goes, I don't know how to explain that. I think I'm having a panic attack.
Shut up.
It's just like, again, yeah, because it's Tom Hardy. Just
he does. Really
you know what his performance was worth?
$1 million, bitch.
All right, so
bet you got paid more than that.
What?
So let's wrap this thing up. Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Skeletor can't believe
we liked it.
Tom Hardy's paycheck from Venom.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
And hope you guys like listening. I don't know how to fucking end this review. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I had a great time.
Yeah, good time.
Of course, we spoiled the shit out of it, but it was fun.
I'm glad.
That's the first time we saw a movie together.
When we
at the theater. It was a nice date.
I remember I was like, I'm gonna get popcorn, and then I was thinking I was gonna get.
Oh, you're gonna bitch about the fight?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I remember thinking I was gonna get like a double pepperoni pizza because those are really good. Their pizzas are really good.
It's double the pep.
Yeah, it's really good. But that was a really cool surprise. The two surprises of the day
was the brunch
breakfast at Flicks. I actually got to. I was thinking yesterday. I was like, man, I really want to. I really want to have some bacon, like when I'm watching this movie in the morning, because it's morning.
So can I pencil you in to watch The Eternals again on a Sunday matinee for the podcast? Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to episode 14. Episode 15.
My social calendar is filling up.
Episode 15 will come out later this week, and that will be the traditional episode. This is just going to be our Venom review, and it was only about 57 minutes, not quite an hour. So
before we end the review, I do want to make something clear. We're not the type of assholes who are gonna badmouth a movie just to get some clicks.
Yeah, we want a movie to be good. Every movie.
Generally, if we're gonna review a movie, it's probably gonna
most of the time it's gonna be movies we want to see.
Right. I really don't get that. I really don't get the whole well you know what else? And it's like it's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Calm down with your damn plot holes. Jesus. Nobody acts in real life like they do in movies.
Look at my puppy. He's
a
being
little
cute.
puppy.
Oh, look at that puppy.
Look at the puppies.
He's just looking at us like.
But just to let you know,
yeah, enjoy movies, guys.
We may never be clickbait, and that's totally fine. I'm not gonna come on here and be like,
no.
You know what I didn't like about Venom, just to get some.
Yeah, well that ruins the whole thing. I was gonna title this episode Venom.
What's
2
wrong
sucks
with
dick.
Venom? What's wrong with Venom 2?
Yeah.
We'll tell you.
Yeah, fuck Venom.
Click here, motherfucker.
Thanks so much for listening to our spoilerific review of Venom.
Spoilerific.
Let there be carnage.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I said.
And that's it.